All right. Okay, time being 5:16. It's January 8th, 2026. And with a quorum of members present, I'll call the Infrastructure and Facilities meeting to order. And we'll start with agenda item number 1, public comment on agenda items and reading of the City of Wausau public comment statement. Any public comments? I don't see anyone. So I won't read the statement, and we'll move on to agenda item 2, consent agenda. There's nothing on the consent agenda this week. We'll move to item 3, consideration of the minutes of the preceding meetings from December 11th, 2025.
Motion to approve as recorded.
All right. Motion to approve from Neil. Second from Alder Watson. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None are opposed, and that passes. Move on to agenda item number 4A, discussion and possible action on encroachment permit for 201 Forest Street LLC for ramp at 201 Forest Street. Is this Alan?
So we discovered this, engineering did when we were out doing topographic survey on 2nd Street because we're reconstructing 2nd Street next year, or this year actually. That when this building is being remodeled here, when they were building this ramp, it's actually out into the right of way by about 2 feet. So we, which obviously the ramp comes out into the sidewalk a little bit, so it's there would need to have an encroachment permit approved to keep this ramp out in the right of way. I did talk with the builder and the owner, and they would like an encroachment permit. I mean, they would like to keep that ramp there since it's already constructed.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, if this committee would approve it, then we would get a legal description and a encroachment document prepared before it goes to council.
I move to approve.
Okay, I got a motion to approve the permit from Alder Larson.
Second.
Second from Alder Neal. Any discussion? Alder Martins?
Yep, I got some concerns about this because it seems like that space is between that ramp and the light post is awful narrow. Is that going to be an adequate, width for, say, people on a bicycle or wheelchair or other assistive device? I mean, is that that's quite. I was going to walk over there today, and they had it all plasticed up, so I wasn't able to get over there. But that seems like that space seems awful narrow.
It still does leave about 4 feet, which is a legal sidewalk.
Even with that light post.
Yes.
In the way.
Yep. I mean, it's not desirable. Typically, desirable is 5, but it still does leave about 4 feet.
Okay. Okay.
Good. Any other questions, comments? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None are opposed, and that passes. We'll move on to agenda item 4B, discussion and possible action on parking restrictions on the south side of Kickbush Street on the 1600 block.
Yeah, so this was brought to our attention by first students. There's the map that's included on Kickbush Street there. The buses, when they exit that parking lot there, if there are cars parked on the south side of Kickbush, they have a hard time making that movement. So it was suggested that they post no parking. It was suggested, or they are requesting no parking on the south side of that Kickbush to allow for their buses to make that turn out of that parking lot. Engineering does not have any issues with that.
I guess I don't see a description on how big that area is, or
It's
how
about
far-
75 feet.
Okay. All right.
It'd be 75 feet south of, west of that crosswalk.
Okay. Any
I
other?
move to approve.
Alder Larson, motion to approve. Second from Alder Martins. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None are opposed, and that passes. And we'll move on to agenda item 4C, discussion and possible action on parking restrictions on West Eldred Street from 3rd Avenue to 4th Avenue.
Again, the map is in the packet. Basically, Eldred Street there is almost like an alley between 3rd and 4th Avenue. And Alder Rasmussen had requested that no parking be established on both sides of West Eldred Street between 3rd and 4th Avenue, and engineering doesn't have any issues with that. The lots that are all on Eldred Street there, they do have parking on either 3rd or 4th Avenue. So, I mean, it's not like we're cutting off their parking where they can park on the alternate side street.
Mr.
Okay.
Chair?
Alder Larson?
Yeah, I'm going to support this because I'm going to support D too because if I remember correctly, Eldridge Street is very, very, like Alan said, about the size of an alley, and it's a one-way street. So I'm going to move to approve.
Okay, I have a motion to approve from Alder Larson. Second from Alder Watson. I guess I have one question. Did we send out letters for this meeting for all?
Yes, everyone on the street we sent out a letter to them.
Okay.
I did not receive any comments from anyone.
Okay. Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None are opposed, and that passes. Move on to agenda item 4D, discussion and possible action on parking restrictions on Eldred Street from Cherry Street to First Avenue. So just continuation, looks like, Alan?
And on this street, the request is to do it no parking November 1st to April 1st, like we do on some other streets. Eldred Street is a one-way street westbound. I guess it's the same thing. It's a little wider than the other. This is actually it's a one-way, but it is still. We could allow parking in the summer and still be okay, but we're recommending that no parking from November 1st to April 1st.
Okay.
I move to approve.
All right, motion to approve from Alder Larson.
Second.
Second from Alder Neal. Any further discussion? See none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None are opposed, and that passes. And we'll move on to agenda item 4E, discussion and possible action on parking restrictions on the south side of Strobridge Street from 2nd Avenue to 3rd Avenue.
Yep, a map is included to show West Strobridge, another one of these narrow streets up in that area of town, and again, requested by Alder Rasmussen. Strobridge Street is a one-way eastbound, and the north side is currently posted no parking from November 1st to April 1st. Posting the south side would make it consistent with the rest of Strobridge Street. So, because Strobridge Street between 2nd and 1st already is no parking on both sides. So it would make it consistent for those two blocks.
Motion to approve.
All right, motion to approve from Alder Neal. Second from Alder Martins. Any further discussion? See none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None are opposed. And we'll move on to agenda item 4F, discussion and possible action on parking restrictions on Greenfield Avenue from Fernwood Drive to Summit Drive.
So this came again from Alder Rasmussen and also from DPW plow truck driver. There's a map that's included that shows you the area we're looking at, and then also some pictures of what a snow plow truck driver is encountering out there. So the recommendation from engineering is to post no parking from November 1st to April 1st, It would be on the north side, the odd-numbered side. I did receive 2 calls. Letters were sent out again, like they were on their other streets, from 709 Greenfield, Kathy Hagenbusher, and she was not in opposition of it. She was fine with it. She did make a further recommendation that she had an issue with, I guess, parties that are going on in the area and a lot of cars being parked on the streets, and her thought was that anybody that has over 50 cars should get a permit. But I just said I would pass that along to this committee. I also did get a email from Nancy Jacks Jakes at 718 Greenfield supporting parking on one side. She said it does get parked up and she has a hard time getting out of her driveway, so she was in support of eliminating parking on one side during the months like as requested.
Okay. And I'm sure we could take some notes and have some officers slide through there more often.
So our engineering recommendation, we'd recommend approving, and like I said, the north side seems to make more sense due to the fact that the north side has some corner lots, and they would have parking on the, and there'd be less residents impacted by that.
Okay. Alder Larson? Or Alder Neal, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. At the midway point of this stretch on Greenfield, there's that street that branches off to the northeast. I don't know if that's Beechwood or...
Yep.
What's the situation there? It looks like a similar size, width of the road, and what's the parking situation there?
There are not any parking restrictions on that, and we didn't get a complaint, so I don't think there's as much on-street parking on Beechwood. I think the main on-street parking is happening on Greenfield. There are parking restrictions on Fernwood.
I'd be interested to find out from plow operator if they've encountered any trouble on that Beechwood Drive, just in case. So, motion to approve.
All right. Motion to approve from Alder Neal,
I'll second it.
second from Alder Larson. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that passes. And we'll move on to agenda item 5A, discussion on an update on the railroad crossing gates and on 17th Avenue. Eric, Alan?
So I did reach out to the Office of Commissioner of Railroads, and they did say they have looked at the safety concerns. They do not have a decision yet, and they're continuing to monitor. I did pass that email along to Alder Larson. So I don't have my update is they're not prepared to make a decision yet.
Yeah, and I just kind of
Larson?
thought that, oh, pardon me,
Oh,
may
go
I
ahead.
have the floor, Mr.
Yeah,
Chair?
yeah, go ahead.
I just kind of thought, that this has been going on for probably over a year now, and that email response was just kind of generic, and it's kind of like, it kind of tells me that they're not really interested in it. And that's kind of the vibe I got from it, but I'll just leave it at that. Thank you.
Yeah. The comment was they are going to continue to monitor the safety concerns. So I don't know what that exactly means. I guess I could respond back to say, is there a time frame for a decision?
Yeah.
And if there is a time frame or something, I can bring it back as an update at the next meeting.
I think that would be appropriate, Alan.
Okay.
Because it's just all this time and just get for that little itty bitty generic response. It just, it didn't sit well with me, and it probably didn't sit well with you either. So, but it is what it is. Thank you.
Since we're on 17th Avenue, I asked you guys last time about the crosswalk we approved there last summer, and that is in the budget for next year. So we expect that next year to go in. So thought I would update everyone on that. All right. Any other discussion? Agenda item 6, move for adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Motion from Watson. Second from Neal. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, we stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.